It's your top story this Monday morning. Dr. Nandipha Magudumana and her father, Zolile Sekeleni, will be reunited in the dock after her arrest in Tanzania. They face various charges ranging from murder, aiding an escape and the violation of corpse. It's all in relation to the prison escape of convicted murderer and rapist Thabo Bester from the Mangaung Correctional Center in May last year. Now,
Magudumana is Bester's lover and is alleged to have helped him escape. The pair will appear alongside former G4S employee Sinohe Motwara and Mangaung prison CCTV technician Thabo Bester. Linda Mnisi is part of our team in Bloemfontein. He joins us now live for a sense of what's ahead, and perhaps we'll start there, Linda. Is there any way of telling at this stage how things are likely to proceed today?
Well, there are quite a few things, Ayanda, that still need to be cleared out first. You'll remember that last week they made their first appearance, and today we're expecting that things around legal representation would have been cleared out, because you'll remember when this matter was postponed to today, it was postponed for possible bail. So those things would have had to be cleared first. The state would also have to, have dealt with issues of confirmation of their address, confirmation of their criminal profile, before dealing, of course, with what is going to happen today. So today we're expecting that all four will be in the dock. Zolile Sekeleni, who appeared first before his daughter, Dr. Nandipha Magudumana, will be in the dock. They'll be in the dock, lining up the dock alongside two other accused. We know it's the former G4S employee Sinohe Motwara, as well as camera installer and technician Thabo Bester, who are, of course, also linked to the audacious escape of Thabo Bester. So it's going to be an interesting day, listening, of course, to the submissions that will be made before this court.
And, as has always been the case with this particular story, Linda, the details have been coming in thick and fast. Perhaps it's worth, as we start this brand new week, bringing us up to speed about what we know so far about some of the allegations around even the life that Thabo Bester was able to live in prison.
Well, there are quite a number of reports that came out since, of course, their first appearance. But central to this case, of course, is how Thabo Bester managed to escape that maximum facility in Mangaung, right? And you see it outlined in the charge sheet, the issue around the murder, which relates then to the bodies that were allegedly claimed by Dr. Nandipha Magudumana. We know that from the police, it's a claim that they're making and are likely to want to prove before this court that there are three bodies that were claimed, the latest being the one that assisted in Thabo Bester's escape. You look at the charge sheet, it also speaks about arson, right? It relates to, of course, Sinohe Motwara, the fire that was started in that particular prison, as Thabo Bester faked his death in that particular facility. That's related, of course, to the damage of the prison facility itself. We know it does not belong originally to G4S, which operates the prison. Ultimately, it's going to be the property of the state, and that will happen, of course, after the termination of that 25-year contract. You also look into the violation of the corpse. I've already spoken about the bodies that were allegedly claimed under false pretense by Dr. Nandipha Magudumana. Also the charges around fraud as well, misrepresentation of a number of issues. This includes the fact that the first body was her father, and the third body, second body, her brother, third body, her customary law husband. So the state will be pursuing, obviously, those lines in terms of what exactly it needs to happen. But you'll remember Thabo Bester's appearance in court really had interesting developments, in the sense that his lawyers quite interestingly used quite interesting remarks in court, asking for extradition documents, when we were told this was in fact a deportation. It seemed at that particular point that they had placed the cart before the horse, given that we haven't reached pre-trial stages. These were early stages, and during pre-trial stages there's a process called discovery, right? And that's where the defense can ask for all the documents that the state intends on using as evidence against their client. Where they're going with that, it's unclear at this point, but a point that really did raise eyebrows in this court. They're also alleging that Thabo Bester is fearing for his safety. There were issues around him being back at the Mangaung prison, but the department moving to clear that out, saying that in fact he is in Pretoria as we speak, at the Kgoshi-Mampuru maximum facility, where he's under heavy guard, 24 hours being looked after. Of course, after that audacious escape, that has raised a number of questions around who could have assisted, and the police are also saying that they are not ruling out the possibilities of making more arrests.
Without a doubt, it's a story far from over. But for now, Linda Mnisi, thanks very much indeed. Live just there from Bloemfontein in the Free State.